Hello, I'm Charla Young, President and CEO of Power to Change Communications. Here's a sneak peek into one of my classes, Public Speaking, how to get the wow factor every time. The object of this class is to leave here with something that you didn't have before you came. So the one thing that I really want you to keep in mind is that you don't have to be perfect. No one is expecting you to come and be the best public speaker they've ever heard. But if they leave with something of value, it means that they believe their time was well spent. Okay, their time was well spent. So if you are here for 4 hours with me and you learn absolutely nothing, then when you do that evaluation, what is it going to say? She was horrible, I was miserable, I felt like I wasted my time. So that's the one thing that we want to keep in mind, and it will also help you to get past the fear of feeling that you have to be perfect, because you don't have to be perfect in order to be a great public speaker, okay? All right, so throughout this, I'm going to be telling you about principles, and I will say got it. I need you to say got it so I know we're on the same page, and then I'll say good. So let's practice. Got it?
Got it.
Good. All right, very good. All right, so principle number 2, all you need is 2 or 3 main points. Which of you gave me 2 or 3 main points as you were speaking? Okay, and what did you say? But when you were speaking, did you say the 3 points that I plan to cover this morning? Or, you know, because what you have to do is break it down for your audience, right? They need to understand, you know, when you are speaking to someone, it is very rare that they will remember everything that you say. So you really have to dissect your speech in such a way that people understand what their takeaway is. Absolutely. It categorizes. So sometimes I may break my speech down into, this is what you need to know, this is what is nice to know, and this is where you find it. You know, those 3 categories, so that in terms, it tells us, you know, what we are to take away from your presentation. It also helps us to understand what the action item is. And when I was listening to you guys, I heard a lot of great information, but it was hard for me to grasp it because you were just basically talking. So I couldn't understand what it was, and I couldn't capture it because I wasn't categorizing it. Got it?
Got it.
Good. All right, so what should we have? 2 or 3 main points, because many studies have shown that people remember very few of the facts or information that is conveyed. So all your audience really wants is 1 or 2 key points that they can hang their hat on. Principle number 3, I need to get everyone's approval. That's what people fear. Presentations, you go out into the Norton culture, you're making presentations, and a lot of your fear comes from getting everybody's thumbs up. Is that going to happen, Tammy? No. Ever? Ever. Ever. Rarely have I ever seen, I don't think I've ever seen a speaker who has made a presentation and gotten the thumbs up of everyone. Everyone left there going, wow, she was absolutely phenomenal. You will always have someone that is not going to approve of what you're saying, that is not going to think you're a great speaker, that is not going to agree with your concepts or your ideology. And you know, the fear really comes from believing that you've got to impress and get the approval of everyone. Does that really happen in life? Really? I've learned, and it's something that I had to get away from, is that I'm not going to get the approval of everyone. When I was at the leadership conference, there was a lady, and you know, Pam, I dwelled on this one thing. I got huge approval ratings in that speech. But there was this one lady that said to a friend of mine, Dr. Brooks, that my energy was too much for her to handle, so she couldn't listen to me. So what did I do, Tammy? I dwelled on that one thing for weeks. And I said, maybe I should have toned down and it started making me second guess my presentation. But what you have to determine is is that, you know, the positives far outweigh the negatives. So for me to dwell on the negative was really setting myself up for failure. Be sure to check out my website for more of our class offerings. Can't wait to see you.